And they said evidence of human-caused climate change is overwhelming. Anyone remember what was the language that we use in IPCC AR5, Assessment Report 5? The strongest possible language that we could use was virtually certain, yes. And now they say it is overwhelming. So around, let's say, $100 trillion of infrastructure is needed for low carbon economy, low carbon infrastructure. And these infrastructure needs materials. So it is not a surprise that there is a deep connection, as many of the previous speakers mentioned, between climate change and its mitigation, as well as the natural resources use. So the question was, what are the environmental and natural resources implications of low carbon technologies? It is called Green Technology Choices, the environmental and resource implications of low carbon technologies. So this report analyzes about 60 different supply side as well as demand side low carbon technologies from the life cycle point of view on both environmental as well as natural resource implications. It is, by the way, freely downloadable. If you just Google Green Technology Choices and UNEP IRP, then you will see this report. In a nutshell, what we have found was that, well, following the trajectories of 2 degrees Celsius scenario, which is climate mitigation scenario, we will be able to reduce not only greenhouse gases, but all kinds of other environmental impacts, be it particulate matter emissions, freshwater ecotoxicity impact also going down, freshwater eutrophication impact, land occupation, water, and human toxicity, you name it. But what is the one single element that goes up? Resources consumption, metallic resources consumption. These are some of the examples, for example, carbon capture and storage and utilization. This is a very recent science article showing some of the futuristic diagram. This is particularly about air capture. And air capture, think about 400 ppm CO2 being captured from the atmosphere. It requires huge amount of infrastructure. So what is pretty clear from the literature is that, well, one, we need not only more, but also different types of natural resources. So it's not only about the quantity, but also it's the quality of materials to support low carbon economy. Second, well, that additional materials requirement and different types of materials requirement may expose us to the vulnerabilities due to geopolitical, environmental, and humanitarian challenges. And it's not only those exotic metals, but also continued demand on bulk metals of copper, iron, and steel, aluminums will be needed as well. So what are the potential strategies to mitigate them? First, obviously, as previous speakers also confirmed, we need to improve resource efficiency and circularity. How we want to do that? Well, of course, we need technological innovation. And this picture that I'm showing is called company FreeWire in California. Normally, when electric vehicles cannot be charged more than 75%, they need to be replaced. And that means that still 75% of the capacity is remained in that lithium-ion batteries. So they are bringing them together and assemble them for other uses of second life batteries. It also involves material choices, materials efficiency, recycling, and remanufacturing technologies, much of which are also being addressed in IRP. Pricing, I think, is really fundamental. If we are to utilize the power of our economy, I think we have to think about how to use pricing better. Pricing resource adequately by taxation or other means, very, very important. Pricing carbon is another very, very important strategy that we have to entertain.